Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey guys, this is Eileen from Love Angels Light. I am ready to be live, apparently. I literally just received a message from one of my beautiful followers saying, "Are you going live today?" Now, here's the story, right? I went out to my car this morning to take Alex to school and pressed the button on the key and nothing happened. Hey, Rosemary. Nothing happened. And I went, oh, my battery flat? Hey, Roger. What's going on? Oh, man, seriously, spring hay fever, that's the word, can go. Literally nothing happened. So I key unlocked my car, put the key in the ignition, turned it, and nothing happened. And hey, Patrice. And I went, oh. So I took the key out, stood there and went, oh, crap, I've got to get my son to school in the next 15 minutes. It's a 20-minute walk. What the am I going to do? I pressed the button on the key again, car unlocked. Put the key in, turned it, car started. And thanks, guys. Got in the car and went to drop him to school, right? So then I called Honda and went, hey, guys, I got a problem. I don't have a code to unlock the navigation system. And they went, go to your nearest Honda dealership and they'll be able to sort you out. And I went, so that's been my morning. I also went to the post office and, sent off some more crystals and bought some more post bags and just destroyed part of my room. All right. So Wednesday Wisdom. Okay. So today's Wednesday Wisdom, if you can call it that. So what I do is I give you a little gem and you do with it what you will. It might be my wisdom and not your wisdom, and that's cool. If you would like a reading, it'll be $10 into my PayPal because I have to honor my energy, and that's what my energy said to do today. So here we are. When I was writing the list of podcast things, hey guys, my podcast, I don't know if you guys saw, it's been up and running for 2 days, literally 48 hours, and it's been seen by someone in France. Someone in France has listened to both episodes, and this morning I woke up and the first one has been listened to by someone in Ireland. It is on Apple Podcast, it is on Spotify, it is on a whole bunch of different podcast players, if that's what you call them, I don't know. So I'm doing my best to get as many up as I can, because if you like Wednesday Wisdom, my podcast will essentially be all of that stuff. So if you would like a reading, it will be $10 into my PayPal. I think I put that in the description. What I'll do is I'll add my thingy, what's it here, paypal.me/loveangelslight. Whoops. And then I'll throw cards all over the computer so I can't send this message because that's obviously logical. So my morning's been great. Then I'll go on here. All right, so Wednesday Wisdom today. Now, the biggest thing that I've had on my mind lately, has been all about choices, because so many times people go, I didn't choose this. I don't want this. This is not my choice. I had no choice. And with circumstances, you're 100% right. Sometimes you don't have a choice over what happens in your life. What you do have a choice of is how you react, how you respond, and what you do with that. Pinned there. Excellent. So if you are looking, just by the by, if you are looking for my podcast, look for Love Angels Light, because I figured that was the easiest way for people to find me. Hey, Beck. Oh, do you like me? I wave back. I don't get out much, okay? The highlight of my day so far has been Ethan being very, very cute with everyone in the Honda dealership. Yep. They think he's cute and adorable. All right, so Wednesday Wisdom is all about choices. We have a choice. Let me just make this smaller, make this text bigger. I pull faces at the camera. Okay, so you ready for this? Am I ready for this? What I usually do on a Wednesday is sometimes I will read from the book called Self-Love. It's about healing and stuff. It's literally under a bunch of paperwork because yesterday was an admin day, amongst other things. Here we go. Hey, Rebecca, you're friends with my next door neighbour who just started at our school. Just saying. I don't know if you knew that. All right. So where was I? Sometimes on Wednesday Wisdom, I read from this book and I will literally go, okay, what does everyone need to know today? And then I'll flick through and get stuck on a page. Ha! I've read this page to you before. Right? Let's have a look. I like this as well. Once she decided to like herself, everything changed. Guys, you have a choice. You have a choice whether you look in the mirror and hate yourself or you look in the mirror and you love yourself. Hey, Jojo. So make a choice. Look in the mirror and go, you know what? You're all right. You don't have to do the wink. That's my special edition. But you do have to like yourself. Let me go back in here and see if I can actually share this. I can share. Can you share? Can you share like I can share? Free spiritual advertising. One, two, three, four. Okay, so the reason I do Wednesday Wisdom is because I actually like for you guys to learn something from what I do. And if you like what you hear here, you can go and listen to my podcast, which is gaining episodes every day at the moment while I have time around a certain little monkey. Because that way you can listen to it over and over. So that's pretty cool. All right. So Wednesday Wisdom today, we're talking about choices. All right. Because so often people go, but I don't have a choice. I'm just stuck. I can't choose anything different. But that's a lie that we tell ourselves to make us feel better about staying where we're at. It can also be called a victim mentality. And if you're happy to live in the circumstances you're in, then do it. I was never happy to do that. I had medical professionals tell me that I would never run and I would never teach and I would never do this and I would never do that. And I told them, yeah, right. Not at the time. It took me 2 years to get to running. It took me 2 years to get to run from the time we found the 5th physio. It took me about 2 years to get to the point where I ran the city to surf. Like 2014, I did 5 or 6 running events because doctors in 2012-ish told me I would not run. And I wasn't okay with that. A lot of people go, oh, I don't like running. Now, it doesn't have to be for you about running. It could be that you're living in a situation where you're stuck and you can't actually move forward. So you kind of have to make a choice. But you have to make a choice. You can't stay stuck in your circumstances, right? You have a choice. You always have a choice. Even when you don't think you have a choice or feel like you're backed into a corner, you have a choice. Are your circumstances something you would have chosen? Probably not. But you still have a choice. Do you feel downtrodden, beaten, like you're on your last leg? You still have a choice. Do you want to stay where you are? Yeah? Then stay. That's a choice. If your answer is no, then there are things that you can do. Maybe you need to work with someone like me to help you find that pathway out of your circumstances. Do you want to procrastinate and not make a decision? That is a choice too. Procrastination and sitting on a fence, still a choice. You're choosing to sit there. You're choosing not to make a decision. You're choosing not to take action. How do you expect to move forward if you're not doing anything? I've been there. I'm the queen of procrastination. Absolute queen. 100%. I should have a crown. Or do you want to do more than survive? Do you want to fight and stand up and let your voice be heard? And that is a choice you need to make. You have a choice. So make a choice. Sit down. Look, if you don't know what your next step is, maybe you need to book a one-off session with me. If you want to book a half-hour coaching session with me, I will give you guys, if you are listening to this, I will give it to you half price. What's half price? Half price is $75 for a half-hour session. Actually, that's probably more than half price, but we won't talk about that. If you want to book a half-hour coaching session with me so that we can map out some goals and sorry, Erin, I didn't do it on purpose, all right? It just came out when I was typing up my wisdom. If you want to book a half-hour session with me, normally I would charge $150. I will give, if you are listening to this, I will give it to you for $75. Okay, and we will sit together and map out some goals, map out an action plan, and help you move forward. If you then want to work with me some more, we'll have a chat about that. If you don't, that's fine. This is not, I'm not going to twist anyone's arm. That's my sales pitch. I'm not going to twist your arm, but if you want a half-price coaching session, $75. That's cheaper than what I offer it to in my Shift Your Shit program for the ladies that pay for that. What's with that? Okay? If you want to set out some goals, set out an action plan. If you want to have a really productive half hour, book a session with me. Go to my Book Now button, click on Discovery Call, and we'll have a very brief chat about what you need to do in terms of whether we're a good fit to work together or not, and book a half-hour call. That is literally the next best step. Unless you don't want to work with me, in which case there are like literally thousands of coaches. Search Facebook. Or I can put you in touch with one. I know enough of them now. All right. What I'm saying to you is you have a choice. You can sit in your comfy little spot in your circumstances that you do or don't enjoy and keep living the life you're living. You can keep living the life you're living, the path you're walking on, or you can change it. Here's a little story. I listened to some sessions with Tony Robbins last week. He had a New World, New You free 5-day challenge. And I didn't get through all the sessions because it was at like stupid o'clock in the morning. But what it did do was, what is your old story? So my old story was I was a survivor. I survived a lot of my life. Yeah, I've been through a lot of stuff. And I could tell you all about it, but I'm not going to bore you with it. I was a survivor. And then 2 years ago, my world changed. I decided to start doing this. And then beginning of last year, I decided I'm not a survivor anymore. I am a conqueror. I am a queen and I deserve the best of everything. And you need to come to that realization too. You deserve to live the life of your dreams. You have the capacity to live the life of your dreams. You just have to make some different choices. You have to choose you over everyone else because you are stuck with yourself 24/7. Look in the mirror and love yourself. Look in the mirror and choose you. Choose your path. Choose your power. Choose your passion. Choose that thing that lights you up and helps you to move your life forward, because if you do that, your life will explode. There will be people who'll come along and go, oh, I don't really like the person you've become. And you'll go, okay, that's good to know. See you later. Because you're standing in your power. You're standing in your passion. You're standing in that place where you are happy with who you are. Choose you. Make a choice. Don't go back to, I didn't choose this, My circumstances are not my fault. You know what? Your circumstances are not your fault 9 times out of 10. How you react and how you respond to them, that's your fault. Sometimes we react to things in a negative way, even though if we react to them in a different way, we have a better outcome. We have to choose the path that we walk on. We have to choose what comes next. And we can only choose so much, right? We can only choose what is ahead of us or what we can see or what we can understand. But if we start to choose to learn more, to know more, to understand more, then the world opens up a little bit more and you get to see more and make a better choice. In a lot of the mum groups that I'm in, they used to go, back in the day when certain parenting techniques were normal, whatever normal is. The term that came through a lot of the time was know better, do better. 20 years ago, I didn't know any better. I didn't know that I had a choice. I just thought that things happened to me all the time. It helped to keep me where I was at. Sometimes my husband's still in that mold that, things always happen to him. Whereas I'm now in a position where I can see what happens. I choose my life. I choose to do this. I choose to have goals, to set a plan so that when stuff happens that isn't in my control, I can focus on things that are in my control. I can focus on my goals and my plan and go, okay, so we just had an unexpected bill come in. All right, well, that's cool. Hey, Melissa, my day is awesome. If I get an unexpected bill now, I look at it and go, yep, that happened. Do I have the money to pay this? Not really. Okay. Hey, guys. Yeah, just received your bill. I don't have that money right now. Can we make a payment plan? And they'll go, yep, no worries. Sweet. Back in the day, you couldn't do that. 20, 30, 40 years ago, couldn't do that. But we have the capacity now to go, yeah, I don't have the money to pay this bill right now. So make a plan. Let's make a plan. Because at the end of the day, I still need to pay my electricity. I still need to pay my gas. I still need to pay for stuff for the car, right? I still need to pay my loans. I still need to pay blah, 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 because I still have a life outside of my business. So I need to make sure that money is coming in so I can pay for it, right? It's good times. But I choose my life. That bill can come in and I go, yep, I don't have the money for that now, but I will by the end of the week. So can I pay it then? And they'll go, yep, that's fine. Or can I pay it in 2 payments so that I can sort of feed my family? Because they like to sort of eat. Why aren't we robots? You have to choose the best path you can for your life. You choose. All right? Does it mean everything's going to be rosy? No. Sorry. Like even last night, lying in bed talking to my husband about stuff that I do and stuff that comes across my desk, he's like, yep, good honey, that's great. Doesn't really understand or doesn't necessarily believe what I believe about the law of attraction because he's still stuck in the, things happen to me. When you start to recognize, number one, everything is energy. And number two, the universe wants to work with you and through you. It doesn't want things to happen to you. Does that stop stuff from happening to you? No. Because the world is full of humans who make choices. And we do have to live with the consequences of the choices we make. Right? Makes sense? So you've got to make the best decision you can with what you have at the time. And if you don't have goals, then what are you looking forward to? Because setting goals and setting them properly and using the law of attraction will help you to be able to focus on having that thing rather than going, when this happens, that will happen. When I have enough money, I'm going to go on holidays. The universe doesn't hear it hears I have enough holidays. I have enough money. And so it doesn't give you more money. Do you want more money? Money is just a really easy, tangible, measurable thing that I can use as an example. When I have blah, this will happen. Thank you, universe, for the money I need to pay all my bills. Better. Yeah. Why do I have this amount of money in my bank account to pay out this loan payment or whatever? Right? Start bringing it in. Start expecting it. Thank you, universe, for X amount of money in my bank account by this day. Also works. It may not work the first time. It's like a muscle. You need to flex it. You need to exercise. You choose. So something happens to you that you don't expect. Yeah. You can react and panic and get all negative about it. But the better thing is to take a step back, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, what do I need to do to get through this? Look for the solution rather than focusing on the problem. You have a choice. I need to re-listen to this later so I can do this as my podcast. You have a choice. I think the biggest choice everyone has to make is literally this that I held up before. Decide to like yourself. Decide to love yourself because you're stuck with this. Thanks, Carol. You're stuck with yourself 24/7. It's a much easier, much better existence if you learn to love yourself. The other one that I was going to do was for a podcast was self-love and self-care. It's not selfish. Look out for you, look after you. Because when you look after you, the flow-on effect is it goes to your family and to your friends and helps those around you. Make sense? I'm waiting to see what else comes through. I never looked after myself first, ever, until this year, because I always had too many other things. It is, Donna. It is. Because so many, especially predominantly women, men don't even think about it usually, in my experience, because I'm such a man, obviously. I saw a man with longer hair than me today. That was cool. By the by, because you guys clearly needed to know that at the car dealership, yeah? I never used to look after myself first. Everyone else went first. My husband's needs were first. My stepdaughter's needs were first. My boys' needs were first. Oh, thank you so much, Donna. Hey, Tammy, I'm good, thank you. Funny story about the podcast. Hey, on the Buzzsprout website, it has a podcast predictor. It predicts how many downloads for your next episode. It's saying 0. And, dude, you need to work on that. Sleep's important. We can do that. Book in a session. Exactly right, Carol. It's so important to look after you first, because if you're not looking after you, who will? Like, honestly. And this is the realization I came to probably at the start of last year. I keep forgetting we're in 2021 now. And I say to my husband sometimes, I get, oh, that's all good. I'm not going to judge. It is on so many, like the podcast is on so many podcast sites. I think it got onto a new one overnight, actually. Where's my phone? There it is. I can tell you what it's on now. The one that it's new on, broadcaster support. It's on TuneIn, whatever that is. It's literally on so many. It's been listened to again this morning, so we're up to 32. All right, so the podcast is on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. It's on Stitcher. I've sent it to iHeartRadio. I think I've sent it to Pandora. It is on TuneIn and Alexa. It's on Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Pocket Casts, Deezer, Listen Notes, Player FM, Podcast Index. That's all. That's all it's on. Ah, you're one of the Spotify people. Excellent. I have Apple Podcast and I have Spotify on my phone. So I may or may not have listened to it at least once to see how it sounded. Look after yourself. Choose to love you first. Do you know what? If you have children, look at your children's faces when they tell you that they love you or when they react to something that you've done. Like, your children love you to the end of the earth and beyond. You need to love you that much. If you don't have children, but you have pets, same deal. If you don't have children and pets and you have a partner, same deal. Like, most of the time. You need to love yourself so much that you put yourself first. The other example I usually use is, if you love yourself first, wait for it, it's just, I don't have Clubhouse. I've not been invited yet. But I could do that too once I receive an invitation. I've heard about Clubhouse. I did ask someone for an invitation once, but I haven't received it. It was in one of the groups. They probably ran out of invitations before they got to me. If you have children, right, and you're putting them first, which as a parent is very, very natural, but think about it. I would love one. Can you PM me? That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Thank you so much. All right. If you have children and you're putting them first and you're putting your partner first, you may even be putting pets first. You may be putting work first because everyone else deserves more attention than you, obviously. Stop. If you're not reaching for your own goals, if you're not setting goals, we need to chat. If you're not setting goals and you're not putting yourself first, what are you teaching your children? You're teaching them that they don't need to set goals, that they don't need to follow their dreams. They don't need to do anything. Erin, are you on Apple? As far as I know, at the moment, it's an Apple thing. I honestly don't know much about Clubhouse, but it's going nuts in a lot of the community groups, or not community, like business groups, I mean. What are you teaching your children if you are not reaching for the stars? You're telling them to reach for the stars. You're telling them that they need to do their best. What about you? Lead by example. I didn't realize how much of a role model and a, what's the term here? I can't remember what I was trying to say. A role model and term like that, insert term like that here. I was, until this morning, one of my beautiful clients sent me a message, a photo of her daughter, which I have posted on my page, saying, my daughter wants to be like you when she grows up. And it's a photo of her daughter wearing the flower crown, which is over there somewhere. And nobody's told me to put it on today. But wearing the flower crown, saying, my daughter wants to be like you when she grows up. How cool is that? That somebody else's kid wants to be like me when she grows up. How your kid probably wants to be like you when they grow up too. So show them the best version of you. What's stopping you from showing them how to be the best version of themselves? I got my kids to set goals this week. Their goal at the moment is I'm very lucky with my children. I will be honest. Not at all biased. My children's money goals at the moment is to save enough money to buy a big Bluey plush. One wants Bluey, one wants Bingo. It's $29. But if they're only earning $5 a week, $2 will go to savings, $2 will go into spending, and $1 will be going into a giving pile, so that one day if we're out at the shops and there's a Salvation Army or there's another charity, they can go, hey, Mummy, how much do I have in my giving bucket? I'll go, okay, you have this much. Can I give $1 to them? Yes, you can. Here's a $1 coin. Go and give it to them. I will take it out of your thing and put it into my parent wallet. How simple. I set them up with Spriggy accounts. If you want to think about doing that for your kids, put a comment in. I will share a link with you. You join up under that link. You get $5. I get $5. We're all smiling. That's how I joined, actually. you get a parent wallet, and then you create wallets for each of your kids. For me, it's 2. And then under their account, they have savings, they have card, right? And on their card will be their spending money, and in their savings will be their saving money. So they'll get to watch their savings and their spending money increase. And once they have $29 in their savings, we'll get to go to the shop. In their spending, we'll get to go to the shop, and they'll be able to use their cards to buy their own toy, right? I want to teach my children financial literacy now, because I didn't understand it when I was a teenager, when I was growing up. Different world, different life. Look after yourself. Teach your children, because where else are they going to learn? Hey, Ken. All right. Now, I've read this out to you guys before. Do you want me to read it again? Hey, Hadil. Anyone can do it. Here's the thing, right? Anyone can do it. And it's never too late to start. I was actually talking to my mum about a year, 2 years ago, probably 2 years, maybe longer. Mum sent me a copy of The Barefoot Investor. And when I was talking to her the other day on the phone, she said, don't forget the giving bucket. Kids have 3 buckets, saving, spending bucket. Adults have like 5 or 6. When you're in business, there's a whole bunch more that goes on. One of the companies I am working with or have done courses through, they set up something like 11 accounts at the bank for money to be separated into. 11. And for me, right at the time when I was doing that part of the course, that was far too overwhelming, and I didn't go back to it. I essentially do it a little bit differently, but the same sort of routine. All right. If you look at this, I think we're about to have a visitor. Selfish. But the ish is cut out. It is blocked out. We're crossing out the self. We're crossing out the ish and going with self. I keep forgetting it's opposite in the camera. Here comes a little mate. All right. Self. Ish. Self. Putting oneself first. Taking the lead role in the movie that is your life. Hey, little mate, what's up?
I want to paint.
We'll paint in a few minutes, okay? Let me finish this and then we'll do some painting.
I'm just going to paint down to paint.
What are you going to do?
It's going to paint long to paint.
It's going to take long to paint, is it?
Yeah.
I see.
I want to paint Marshall.
You want to paint Marshall?
Yeah.
Did you finish your fruit salad? Excellent. Good job, Pippa. Do you want to take that to the lounge room? I didn't give you a tablet, did I? Is the TV still on?
No.
Poor Pippa. Are you going to let me read this? Do you want to help me? So, looking at, hey, Dika. Looking after self, putting oneself first, taking the lead role in the movie that is your life, acting from an empowered, heart-opened, joyous, energetic state of self-love. Don't turn the page, please. Ecstatic love and compassion for self. This is what you have to have for you to show your kids that they can do it too. If you're not loving you, they are learning from you. It comes through in your words, your actions, your thoughts. Maybe not your thoughts because they can't see them. You know what I mean. Acting from a state of the profound awareness that you are infinite and deeply connected to all that is, to pursue your own pleasure, leading to feeling joy. Feel joy in your life. Do those things that bring joy to your heart so that they can learn what that is. And if you don't know what joy feels like, do something they enjoy doing, because the act of them feeling that joy brings joy to you. Ah, itchy nose. All right. All right. Does that make sense? Ethan says yes. Does that make sense? Did it make sense to everyone watching?
No.
Don't be gross. Don't be gross. No. I draw the line. No. You go now?
I don't.
Well, oopsie. Look at Ethan's selfies. That brings joy so much. So much. He has strong selfie game, this child. Even no, don't put it on there.
Why?
Oh, has it got hair attached? Gross. Go put it in the bin, Bieber.
I don't want to eat it.
Is there still hair on it? That's gross. Go put it in the bin.
No?
Don't tell anyone.
Can I eat it?
This gets everywhere.
Can I eat it?
Always. Erin and I live in
Can
the
I
spirit
eat
house.
this?
You should put it in the bin.
Oh.
Off you go. See you soon. Eat that boy there. He's a rat bag. All right. Make sense? All right. I am done. I think that's all I needed to tell you. I didn't rant too much today. I better check my phone. I don't think I got anything on PayPal, so that's good. Excellent. All right, so that's it for today. 2 things. If you would like to join Shift Your Shit, it is starting next week. It is a 30-day program all about setting a goal, finding out where the proverbial started in your life, then working on your mindset, your manifestation, and your abundance. 30-day program. 2 sessions per week, 1 group hypnotherapy, 1 group coaching for 4 weeks. 30-day program. If you want in, message me, talk to me, because there are options. Second thing, if you're interested in Unstick Your Stuck, which is past life regressions, again, to find out where you got stuck, where the stuff started, bibber, so that you can start moving your life forward, talk to me. All right. Unstick Your Stuck is a brilliant program. It is a 3-session program. Those sessions are 1.5 hours to 2 hours each. All right. Oh, I think I have to go because that's a stinker. All right, guys, have a really great day. If you're interested in a half-price coaching session, it is a single session. It will be $75 to set goals, to make an action plan for your life. Get in touch. Send me a PM. If you're interested in any of my programs, go onto my Book Now button and book in a discovery call. And I will talk to you by phone or by video call, whenever you book in. Have a really great day. We'll talk to you very soon. Bye, guys.